What's up, YouTube? So, today's Wednesday and it's beautiful, and I'm just out drawing and thinking about some stuff to do in the garden now that I basically blended up everything and tried to get the soil to mix with the leaves and all the other decomposing matter that was in my garden beds. And that way I could just plant my sugar snap seeds. And I'm really excited for the sugar snap peas because they're just a very awesome plant. They grow really fast, they have beautiful flowers, and the crispness of like a fresh picked sugar snap is honestly awesome. uh, so I'm excited about that. Almost every single one of my eggplants germinated properly, and then also all but like 5 or 6 pepper plants, and I had like 45 pepper plants or so. I lost maybe 5. Every other one sprouted, so that's awesome. The reason that I do the paper towel method first is so that I can see which ones have tap roots, and it gives me a more of a guarantee on the sprouts emerging, so that way I don't waste time. And it's just like, it's an extra step. People say there's other ways, but to be honest, if you do it right, it's probably the most accurate way to start seeds. I mean, this is for like a smaller scale. If you were doing commercial grade, I guess you would just crank it up. I don't know. I would have to figure that out. But that's something I don't have to worry about right now. But yeah, I was so excited about growing all these plants and stuff that I just get caught up because I know tomatoes start like in like 5 days. I start all my tomato plants, and that's like when it becomes more of a bigger commitment. And growing all these plants and stuff, I took a lot of time last year to set up for my year coming up. And like, I want to have like tomatoes at the Grange Fair next year that I grew and other people didn't. And I want to provide my my friend family and like other people with like the highest quality produce I can grow. Like, that's my goal. It's not about how big or how much I can grow. It's about how high of quality of a produce I can get for myself. And it's crazy because this year is going to be really good. And honestly, I do want to add a hydroponic tower at some point. And I thought about this last year, but I just like really never committed to buying it because I just didn't commit. And I wish I did, to be honest, because I would be growing like fresh lettuce and stuff in my room and stuff, which would be cool. It would just be like a nice accent for my plants. Yeah, so pretty much I'm gonna be getting one of them this year. I gotta set up a bed just for all our other crops. And I learned that super tropical plants don't really do too well in garages in my area. It just gets too cold. My papaya plant didn't make it. There was really nothing I could do. I could have brought it indoors, but I try and keep like my pest problem, the black gnats, in the garage, if anything, just so they don't affect like anything else. And so next year I'm probably gonna only work with plants that go like more dormant in the winter. So like my figs and peppers, I'm gonna focus on them, so that way I don't have to add supplemental light and also not use up another little part of my house. And that's pretty much where I'm going with that. but I'm definitely gonna crank up the fig department because like last year people were so interested in figs, and and I was kind of excited. That was definitely something that I expanded pretty fast, and now I gotta continue growing that. But I also picked up like 8 cuttings this season too, so that's more varieties. I think I have like 35 varieties of figs now. Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm really excited about this year. I have like a really good feeling about this year. If I continue to like cut my spending and like not that I have a spending problem. I don't really have a spending problem, but I spend money on stuff that I shouldn't be giving extra money to. Like my morning coffee, like why should I give Starbucks almost $5 for a cup of coffee? Like that's crazy. So I cut that out. And then basically like other stuff, like I haven't really bought nicotine in a year at least. um Alcohol, I don't really consume it like I used to. I mean, if I do go out, it's just casually now. I honestly prefer my good night's sleep and my artwork. It keeps me out of trouble too, because when you're somewhat like sociable and liked, I know everybody's gonna have like their haters and stuff, and I have my own haters, and some of them, honestly, most of them are my fault. I did that person wrong somewhat, not saying that they were right and I was wrong, or I was right and they were wrong. That's just how it happened, and I'm kind of like just over that part of my life where like I even argue with anyone, even if I disagree with them, I still agree with them just to avoid an argument, because it's just not worth. It's not worth it. People are gonna have their opinions, and you need to just let them do themselves and just say thank you if they say something bad about you, because it's like realistically I learned that just saying thank you, like I'll take your advice into consideration. It's really like, how do you argue with that? Are you just gonna keep going at me? But just like this year's, there's gonna be a lot of good, and I'm not gonna so much like, I'm gonna gas up everyone that's doing their own thing, even if it's small, large, whatever. I'm just gonna spread that ambition to people, and help them get to where I am and where I will be and where I might like there's no limit to where I'm gonna go right now, and it feels good, like it's hard being a person, it's like no matter what you do, you feel kind of wrong in a way. You could work and make $5,000 a week, but it might not be what you love to do, or you could not work and walk, and you could feel insignificant, or you could work part-time and be in a limbo where like part-time is just holding you. There's like so many different routes in life, and realistically everybody's human, and they're all dealing with their own problems, like and just like spread a little joy to someone, or hope or something to another person, because that's all you can do, really. I mean, it goes a long way, it really does. But I want to inspire people to like get active or find a hobby and do it. I do all types of stuff. I like to detail, I like artwork, I like cars, I like gardening, I like family activities, I like working, I like like once you have what you really are looking for. Life becomes all of a sudden simple. It's like I'm not chasing any more possessions. I just don't want more possessions at this point in my life. I don't think they're gonna make my life any better. Oh, if I get a nicer e-bike or a nicer car or a bigger house, and to be honest, I already committed, and I'm not gonna let my parents struggle when they start their retirement journey. I'm gonna handle all the other stuff, so they can enjoy their retirement, because they raised me and they gave me the quality life that only certain people will ever, know. And basically, I pretty much committed to myself that, like, I'm gonna stick it out and, be there for my parents through their older ages, and just make it so their life is a little smoother, because, like, even like with the cell phones and all, like, it just confuses people. And I get confused because it's like, I need an app for this, app for that, app for this and that, and it's like I'm basically running a YouTube channel off of scraps gigabytes, off of my iPhone 14, and it's growing and it feels good, but I just want to keep it minimum. And can you get mad at someone for, like, staying in the minimum area? No, you just gotta basically make sure you're happy. Yeah, but I don't know, it's literally just spread some positivity to someone else that's going through a hard time, and believe it or not, it will get you places. When you do those little things, they might not add up at first, but they do add up at some point. And you gotta make what you have work. And you can't worry about other people talk, oh, what are you gonna do with your life? And it's like, they're in their stage of life. Well, that's cool. Some people don't know what they're gonna do in their life, and basically that's how it's gonna go. But that's how I wanted to give you a little update for this week. And next week I'm gonna start another video for you, and we'll be going over the tomatoes and all that other stuff. I'm super excited. Thank you guys for subscribing, and I enjoy all your comments, and it makes me feel good. And I hope everybody starts doing something that they love, and it helps their days get a little bit smoother. But that's all. Thank you.